someone.
Don't fuck with
Enough
me.
with the bullshit. Just spit it out already. What'd you take us, you bastard?
As I thought, I'm not certain of my memories. I believe we entered an ancient ruin and...
In other words,
Means I made this Hope Academy between the door to the ruin and the inside of the ruin.
What do you mean between?
hey.
What do you mean, mate?
What's this?
Oh my! Are your minds getting the gremlies? That only knowledge can satisfy? Good, very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment.
Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something? You're trying to make us do something, aren't you?
No way.
It's nothing to be cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam.
Then, what is the graduation exam?
Hey.
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate.
Are you
But on the
sure
other
about
hand,
this?
I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world.
So.
That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here.
Huh?
We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here.
That's right.
This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
No.
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet.
The main cast?
Hey.
Meaning you guys are just extras until the guests of honor arrives.
Damn it.
So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world.
What do you mean?
I have dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but while the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever, otherwise the main cast is gonna hate me. So please rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip.
And as usual, after leaving with us, with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting was changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual.
What is going on? Outside world? Main cast? Somehow I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey.
Like he kept insisting that this place is Hope's Peak Academy. But that's impossible, right?
What are you saying?
How'd we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? It's impossible.
It cannot be.
There's no place for a Host Peak Academy to exist in Jabberwock Island.
I said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on the island. Are we really just gonna ignore how everybody was just okay?
Okay, we're not
This
gonna...
building is really Hope's Peak Academy? What the fuck? This is Hope's Peak Academy. I've been reminding me so long. Yeah, whatever. Damn it, why is this happening? Why? I was finally able to start Hope's Peak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, I wanted to become a hope? If that's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully. The only humans worthy of becoming hope possess amazing talents and a strong will. And the moment you're born into this world, you either have that or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by hope to become hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hope's Peak Academy that you couldn't even see that? Gah. You're just some nobody from the reserve course who never had talent to begin with. A nobody who forgot he was a nobody. That's all. If I really am nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why? Why do I have to go through something like this?
Hajime, did something happen?
Yeah, why am I with you assholes? Huh?
Hey, bastard.
Now's the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing.
I don't really get it, but is that all?
I'm gonna
As long as we beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved? Is that what it means?
Hey.
Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not a part of the Future Foundation, right?
If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation?
Jeez.
Even though Chiaki and Monami are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means The Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
You serious?
So we're not World Ender? So they're not World Ender? Then we really were tricked by Monokuma?
However, the Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on the island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monami never once denied that.
Damn it.
Even if they're called our allies, they might have not been our allies.
Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chiaki said she could not betray the Future Foundation. But if she were still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No. Even her just being with us would have been a big help.
So what should we do?
Damn it.
Well, it's obvious. Well, that's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, we need to do that graduation exam, right?
So annoying.
Graduation exam, huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people dying.
Jeez.
Monokuma said something about field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we have been?
Alright, I'm gonna do that.
Prepare yourself.
Like,
Yeah, we might be able to learn about something about Hope's Peak Academy, about ourselves.
Yeah, I don't care. If we don't know anymore. If we can just go
cannot-
back. What?
You cannot do his voice.
You have the same issue all the time too, and I never bring up anything. When you flub,
I flub, but
you flub bad too.
I flub bad, but you flub like Kazuichi's voice, like you flub nobody else's.
You flub bad. Okay, next time when you flub, I'm gonna blub you, anime. I'm gonna flip flop your blub.
If we can just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine.
Is that good enough for you?
Shut up.
Hey, we can go home with this, when this is over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right?
If that's the case, let's all leave this island alive by any means.
Of course.
Hell yes.
He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is, what's happened to Hope's Peak Academy, none of that matters. What's important is we need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive, just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now, but Monokuma should already know that that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. He should already know that. We'd never choose to stay on this island.
Hey.
So what are we gonna do? Can we start already?
What are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird ass building?
even so.
Even so, I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside the damn building.
Well, I'll just go ahead for now.
Whoa!
Hey, you already going?
Jeez.
What is this idiot thinking running ahead without even being cautious?
Man.
She obviously isn't thinking about anything.
However,
It will be fine. There will be no longer any situations where we must exchange each other's lives.
alright.
We should do our best as well. Like they say, it is not scary if everyone stops at a green light.
If we stopped at a green light, we'd never reach our goal.
Jeez.
Akane already took off on her own. It might be faster if we split up and look around too. Like Sonia said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about any more betraying us. Anymore.
Then let's get this over with and go home.
Later.
I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. With those brief words, Fihiko left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
I shall do my best to attain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now please then excuse me.
Sonia took a deep bow then she left the gymnasium.
Oh my.
Miss Sonia.
Miss
Miss Sonia, please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm left alone.
Kazuichi chased after Sonia, who had just departed, and the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more, and it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance towards the hope, even though I don't understand that, and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening. For the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Are you fucking kidding me?
Damn.
This game is actually still... Oh my god.
We have to figure out the mystery of the school, like always.
So this is a new episode.
I knew
you can do it.
We're gonna have another fucking trial again.
It's the last investigation, of course. There's nothing here.
That's the first time that's ever happened. Huh? That's weird. This is a hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's certainly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not gonna fall for this trap. There's no way this will make me back down.
Wait, this is the 5th floor.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't go down. Oh my god.
This hallway, there's a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has erected to our limits or move it.
I am concerned.
Is it just me?
Oh my god.
Where are the most important rooms? Oh, the dojo, I guess.
We're gonna have to look through every damn door or something. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school.
No, this
Perhaps
wasn't
it's a
so
mistake
cool.
to expect the inside of the building to make sense. What is this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title lying around in the open like this?
Pooh-hoo-hoo, let's start with history first class.
Hey,
Reading manga is the 3rd best way to learn about history. Then, what's the first, you ask? It depends on the person.
So just as I thought Monokuma made this, that totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. What the fuck is... I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history. It's narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The history begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it's also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department, who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes general entrance exams. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for Reserve Departments are quite high compared to most of high schoolers. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applications. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
I haven't done that for a while.
That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Oh my god, huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that's suddenly cancelled in the middle of its run. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of its manga. The tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? These names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know what the details, but... No, it'd be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The reserve department. The department was only built to collect money. I was one of those reserve corps students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird.
Oh, you're here again.
Ah! The thing is that's weird is you, of course. Huh?
Hey,
Why did you forget that you were a part of the reserve department? The Future Foundation has only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that. You had no talent, right? So it's weird that you actually forgot something like that, too.
What do you want me to say?
by the way,
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those reserve corps students.
I got it.
Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself.
Huh?
You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that though.
Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
Come on.
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a reserve corps student.
Damn it, what the heck? Are you fucking kidding me? Is there gonna be another damn trial?
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's always one more.
I don't know if I can go through another trial today.
What do you think? Yeah, there's always one more trial, and that's the
Oh,
that's
we're
the mystery
done
of the
with
school.
game.
No, it's the mystery of the school trial.
Fuck the mystery of the school. I fucking hate the school. Target's pretty far away. Mini game. Training dummy. The straw post. I guess that means it was used for training. Bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking wood block key sticking out of them. I guess they're just for show. There's nothing in particular that looks like a clue. What the fuck? I deserve my right to receive credits. Get the fuck out of my way.
Are you stuck?
Is that game doing that, or is that my mouse? Okay. Was I in here? Oh my god. This is another manga, so it's lying on top of the desk. This one is Manga of Morons, The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, huh? Wasn't The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in that other manga too?
Do you want me to read this part?
No, it's why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about that incident? Sure, you can go ahead. I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages. You see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated stylized drawings, depicted characters solving mysteries. What's written here is...
As the manga suggests, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. The key player of the event of the student was Izuru Kumurata.
Izuru? We don't know that.
Izuru was a genius known as the symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop it.
Was that the person that was talking to Nagito in the beginning?
Maybe. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius amongst geniuses who possessed various talents.
Izuru.
Wielding the superior talent of hope of mankind, and the Academy referred as Izuru as the ultimate hope. Well, I guess he was there. To protect such a rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But I can't say that name.
Izuru.
Izuru. But Izuru, who was known as a symbol of hope, was responsible for the horrible incident.
You see, I'm gonna flub you, enemy. I'm gonna flub you, just like you flubbed me.
13 students of Hope Peace Academy's student council, among the academy's best of and the brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru.
Was that room that was bloody in the first game?
Probably, yeah. However, the incident did not end there. The academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened.
Is that guy right there Izuru?
However, a certain student began working in a secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered the student uncovered what the academy did, and by making that knowledgeable to the public. It struck fires of the reserve course students who had long dissatisfied as how they'd been treated. And the uprising began. And that heralded Hope Academy's destruction.
Anime!
I don't know English words. This is the entry of the Hope Academy.
Look at you
Strategy
flubbing!
of the Hope Academy.
And you were tearing me apart.
Eventually, the incidents would lead to a horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The cited Danganronpa 0.
With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope Peak Academy.
What irony! For a genius known as the Ultimate Hope who caused such a gruesome incident. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. Oh, you should be lucky that you're incompetent.
Damn it, he always has to lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But Ultimate Hope, Nagito mentioned that before, too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope. But for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Was I like the leader of the reserve department or something that led the uprising?
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
Here it said that the reserve corps students in the reserve department began uprising. And what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that.
Yeah, it said one reserve student figured out what the academy did and brought it to the public.
Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of the Hope Peak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is the far worst incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student? What is who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who certainly used the incident to their advantage. Who is that?
You.
Is it Junko? Oh, or me. Oh yeah. The incident is really messed up. But all it's doing is raising more questions. The mystery just keeps piling up. Okay.
Are we gonna be on the 4th floor now? Oh, no.
Something more to look around. Shit.
Oh, the bio lab.
Raw. There's Monokuma in there. What the hell is with this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm freezing in something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already.
I've been found.
Oh yeah, what if I've seen this in movies before, but it's a refrigerator reserving dead bodies. At least that's what it looks like. So that's not possible, right? Keeping dead bodies in a high school biolab isn't something you joke about. It just feels so forced. This idea should have been cancelled during development or something. What am I thinking? Oops. There's another manga just lying around here. It's time for... this time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. Something lame? I flipped through the page of the manga and hoped that I was right. I'll do this one.
Are you sure? You've been doing
Yeah.
a lot of reading. I don't mind it.
If you want. Story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. The incident known as the biggest, most awful, most stupid event in human history. This is drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque. Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with the sentence.
The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising of the Reserve Corps students that triggered by the Hope's Peaks Academy, the tragedy of the Hope's Peak Academy, was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began eroding in the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends of the means had vanished, and the wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak. The weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and the death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to a more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what had it become, it was too late to stop what had happened. The feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. The acts of terrorism, the coup d'etats began occurring around the world, a war waged of the name of despair. A war fought not for the principle, religions, or personal gain, just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by a high school student progress to such hopeless scenarios? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced the Hope's Peak Academy. The group called the Ultimate Despair. Instead of Hope's Peak Academy's talent for the sake of mankind's hope,
Instead of using it.
they used to be the sake of mankind's despair. The key members of the society used to influence and brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The most powerful, influential creators knew values and morals to spread despair. With this, they created the tragedy, the most biggest, the most awful, most tragic event in human history. As the ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end.
My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic, most dumbest named event in human history. This is definitely all made up. I mean, if this is really true, then what happened? Then what's happening to the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience stores I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What's happened to them? My food.
No way!
Hey, are you seriously yelling at the manga? How crazy are you?
Who would enjoy reading something like this.
What?
Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy.
Enough! What is this messed up manga?
Hoo-hoo-hoo. I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that, such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault. Though, thanks to them stealing your school memories, the incident that happened during that period has been completely removed by your brains.
This incident really happened, and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
What are you
How many
saying?
times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real.
Hello.
Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world.
I see, so that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy. Yep.
Yeah. He's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so we'll want to stay in this island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope, just like now. Perhaps no. That's definitely it. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this ultimate despair group? If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Host Week Academy to its destruction, are they connected to the tragedy and the tragedy of Host Week Academy? Plus, the organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as the ultimate despair, they're high school students too, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called ultimate. Then, are the killings we're involved connected to them as well? It's no use. I'm going to freeze to death. I'm at my limit. I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room.
Okay, there's two people who are the leader of the Ultimate Despair. It's either Hajime or Izuru.
Phew, that was close. I nearly froze to death. Wasn't it Junko?
No, she was a part of it. It said there was a programmer, an influencer, and a couple other people.
So where should I go next? Let's end it right here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes. I'll see you guys in the next episode.